Some time ago, a conversation took place with a man about the attractive power of thoughts. He said he didn't believe that thoughts could attract anything to him, and that everything was a matter of luck. He had noticed that bad luck relentlessly followed him, and that everything he touched went wrong. It had always been that way, and always would be. He had gotten used to it. When he took on something new, he already knew beforehand that it would go wrong, and that nothing good would come of it. As far as he could see, there was nothing to the theory of attractive thoughts. It was all a matter of luck. This man did not realize that through his own admission, he was providing a highly convincing argument for the law of attraction. He testified that he always expected things to go wrong, and they always turned out just as he expected. He was an excellent example of the law of attraction, but he didn't know it, and no argument seemed to make it clear to him. He was against it, and there was no way out. He always expected misfortune, and every event proved that he was right, and that the position of mental science was just nonsense. Ralph Waldo Emerson once stated, "The good news is that the moment you decide that what you know is more important than what you have been taught to believe, you will have shifted gears in your quest for abundance. Success comes from within, not from without." This quote emphasizes the importance of self-belief and inner wisdom in achieving success, aligning with the idea of harnessing powerful and positive thoughts to shape one's reality. There are many people who seem to believe that the law of attraction only works if one wishes hard, strongly, and consistently. They seem not to recognize that a strong belief is just as effective as a strong desire. The successful person believes in himself and his ultimate success. He does not care about minor setbacks, stumbles, falls, and slips, but eagerly pushes towards the goal, believing all the time that he will achieve it. His views and goals may change in the course of progress, and he may alter his plans or have them altered, but in his heart, he knows all the time that he will eventually succeed. Whoever believes just as firmly that he will fail, will inevitably fail. How could he prevent it? This is no special miracle. Everything he does, thinks, and says is permeated with the thought of failure. Other people pick up on his mindset and do not trust him or his abilities, which he in turn dismisses as further signs of his misfortune, instead of attributing it to his belief and expectation of failure. He suggests failure to himself all the time, and he inevitably takes on the effects of autosuggestion. Then again, through his negative thoughts, he shuts off that part of his mind from which the ideas and plans should come that are conducive to success and that come to those who expect success because they believe in it. A state of discouragement is not one in which good ideas come to us. Only when we are enthusiastic and hopeful does our mind develop the good ideas that we can implement. People instinctively sense the atmosphere of failure that surrounds some of their fellow human beings. On the other hand, they recognize something in others that leads them to say, when they hear of a temporary misfortune befalling such a person, "He'll manage somehow. You can't keep him down." Clear your mental atmosphere. There is no such thing as chance. The law applies everywhere, and everything that happens does so because of the operation of the law. You cannot name the simplest thing that ever came into being by chance. Try it, and then subject the matter to a final analysis, and you will see that it is the result of the law. It is as simple as mathematics. Plan and purpose, cause and effect. From the movements of worlds to the growth of a mustard seed, everything is the result of the law. The fall of the stone down the mountainside is not a coincidence. Forces that have been at work for centuries caused it, and behind this cause, there were other causes, and so on, until the causeless cause is reached. And life is not the result of chance. The law is here too. The law is in full effect, whether you know it or not, whether you believe in it or not. Immanuel Kant once said, "The light dove, cleaving the air in her free flight, and feeling its resistance, might imagine that its flight would be still easier in empty space." It was thus that Plato left the world of sense, because it set such narrow limits to the understanding, and ventured out beyond it on the wings of the ideas, in the empty space of the pure understanding. He did not observe that with all his efforts he made no advance, meeting no resistance that might, as it were, serve as a fulcrum on which he could take a stand so as to apply his understanding in order to advance. It is, however, quite otherwise with the case of reason. The resistance offered by the limits of sensibility arouses all the more the endeavor to penetrate farther into its own domain. You can be the ignorant object upon which the law acts, and get yourself into all sorts of difficulties because you do not know the law or resist it. But you can also immerse yourself in the operation of the law, get into its flow, so to speak, and life will appear very different to you. You cannot escape the law by refusing to have anything to do with it. You are free to resist it and create all the friction you wish. It does not harm the law, and you can maintain this resistance until you have learned your lesson. The law of mental attraction is a name for the law, or rather, for one of its manifestations. I say it again, your thoughts are real things. They radiate from you in all directions, connect with similar kinds of thoughts, resist thoughts of different kinds, form combinations, go where they are attracted, fly away from thought centers that resist them. Your mind attracts the thoughts of others that have been consciously or unconsciously sent out by you. But it only attracts such thoughts that are in harmony with its own. Like attracts like, and opposites repel each other in the world of thoughts. If you set your mind to the keynotes of courage, confidence, strength, and success, you will attract thoughts of a similar kind to yourself, people of a similar kind, things that fit your mental state. Your predominant thought or mood determines what is attracted to you. Choose your mental companions wisely. Today, you are setting into motion streams of thought that will, over time, draw to you thoughts, people, and circumstances that harmonize with the predominant tone of your thoughts. Your thoughts will mingle with those of other people of like nature and disposition, and you will be attracted to each other, and will surely, sooner or later, come together with a common goal, unless one or the other of you changes the current of their thoughts. Immerse yourself in the workings of the law. Make it a part of yourself. Engage with its currents. Maintain your balance. Set your mind to the keynotes of courage, confidence, and success. Connect with all the thoughts of this kind that flow hourly from hundreds of minds. Seek out the best that the world of thought has to offer. The best is there, so settle for nothing less. Form a partnership with good spirits. Tune into the right vibrations. You must be tired of being tossed back and forth by the operations of the law. Get in harmony with it.